Healthy Nature Show on KHNC 1360 AM on your dial. This is New Genesis Health Green Herb coming to you weekly. I'm Linda. The local number is 303-421-9900, and outside the area, toll-free 1-888-765-4372. We're located at 4565 Kipling Street in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. That is south of I-70, north of 44th on the mountainside of Kipling. We do have Dr. Mike Cass there, chiropractor extraordinaire, I must say. He does excellent acupuncture as well. And I want to say before I forget that at this time, the Colorado Chiropractic Board has contacted everybody, and him included, and asked for reduced hours because of the pandemic. I'll just say it because Tom's warned about a pandemic for years, and here we are. But anyway, Dr. Mike's hours, I think he's going to be 9 till 2 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, off on Thursday still. And you'll have to check with the I'm not sure what the hours are on Thursday and Saturday. But he'll still be there every day except Thursday, but gone at 2 o'clock because they're cracking down on us. We're still there at the store. We don't have a very big crew. We keep our distance from each other. It's just the saddest thing. I think I'm the worst at risk because I'm usually, in a little office with the blood test and right there close to people. And, I know that people that are sick wouldn't come in. I know last weekend there was a lady that had gotten a cold or something and was sick, and she ended up canceling, and I do appreciate that because I don't want any sort of a virus right now, including a common head cold or nothing. I don't want to have any kind of virus. That's just the plain bottom line. And not just for myself. I'm 77, but Tom is 79. He's diabetic. He's got heart issues in the past. He's doing really good right now, but he also, because of all the things that have happened to him, he's got some shortness of breath. So he's the last person on earth I want to, in fact, and if I got it, I'd either have to just not go home or, and by then, well, it's just a sad place that we're in. The best thing to do is please, please, please do all these clean things. I have begged for years and years. I remember when Don Wiedemann used to laugh at me because he said he could envision seeing me clean toilets from here to Florida and back, and I did. I carried my spray and my paper towels in my purse, and I cleaned everything going in and coming out of any public facility. And but it's just the way our mother taught us to be that clean, and I think it served us well. But anyway, I want to say Dr. Mike also does acupuncture. We still do have Patrick there on Tuesdays only doing muscle activation therapy, and he's great. I did finally get up myself a treatment last week, and he helped me a lot. But I get all tied up in knots from stress, and there's a lot of stressful things in our lives, and we do beg for your prayers for us and our business. And personally, I know the FDA is back around. They haven't closed the file on us, but they're not coming in every day. But they were there every day for a couple of weeks recently. This past week they haven't been there except once, I think. But anyway, so that's kind of what's going on at the Green Herb. We still do make your own formulations in the back room. We're having some issues with getting raw products in at this time for a couple different reasons. And just ask for your prayers for that. We've got a whole lineup of things that should be ready pretty soon, but we're, out of some certain things that we normally have there on the shelves. But if you've got any kind of questions, just call and see if we have, before you come in. In fact, if you don't mind, you could even just order, and that way you're not going to be so exposed, and we're still doing the shipping. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're it's a sad time where we're closed in with this pandemic. I'm not able to see my grandchildren, which is just terrible. Because I used to have Wade spend the night with me one time a week, and now I haven't even been able. I see him from afar when his dad brings him to the store, but we don't get to hug or anything. And it's really tough when you're real close to a little guy like that, and all of a sudden it's ripped away. But I think everybody is feeling this hurt, and I'm so happy for those of you who have most of your family right there in your own home, and you can cuddle together and be together and not worry about what's happening. But when somebody has to go out, when my adopted daughter works at a hospital in Boulder, and she's exposed every day, and she's extremely tired, and we're concerned about her and her family. But anyway, so we're still making the products when we can. We're being forced to not just the tests that have already been performed on the herbs. They're having to be retested, and then not just retested, but the bottles as they're made, they're having to be a bottle out of each batch retested. Although they found nothing in the herbs that go into the formulation, they still want to retest it. And every time that happens, it costs a lot of money, and moreover, it costs a lot of time. So I think that they're on their way to try to get rid of us, and we're still hanging in there with our claws and prayers and the love of the people, and we appreciate you guys so very much. I know that, I spoke of Tom talking about a pandemic, and, he used to say that every time on his one of his ads that he used to say. I'm not sure if it's still on there now or not, but just to be upfront with everybody, I want to say, don't forget to clean your steering wheel. Don't forget to wash your hands. I keep a package of sterilized wipes in my car so that when I get back in my car, I can clean my hands and my steering wheel. So I'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to the Healthy Nature Show on KHNC 1360 AM on your dial. This is New Genesis Health Green Herb coming to you weekly. I'm Linda. The local number 303-421-9900, and outside the area, toll-free 1-888-765-4372. Located at 4565 Kipling Street in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. I just want to kind of make a statement right here. I don't know of anybody else that's actually doing things the way we do them there at the Green Herb. And so I'll just explain it to, maybe there's some new listeners out there that are staying home extra right now and haven't had a chance to listen before. But anyway, so you come into the Green Herb. It's a beautiful facility. And you walk around. There's some products on the shelf. There's some in other places. But what we like to do is have an appointment with you if you're interested in in-depth health and trying to find out what you should be eating and drinking, etc., what kind of supplements your body is requiring of you. Then you set up an appointment for a blood test, which is $99, and the follow-up blood test is always $49, no matter what. It doesn't go back up to $99 ever, no matter if it's years. But anyway, the blood test is a finger prick only, and it's very clean. I clean under the microscope. I clean everything in that room, under the arms of the chairs where people curl their hands around, in places where I just stand back and think about where could a germ go if it was trying to get on you, So if a person was to sneeze in the room, where would that all go? They say it's about 6 feet. So I clean everything all over the whole room. It's not a big room anyway. But, I'm trying to keep it all clean in between people and keep myself from getting sick as well. But anyway, you do the finger prick blood test. The results are immediate right there on the TV screen. And we go over everything. We have pictures of what your blood should look like. And then we have pictures of some things that may be seen on the screen itself. And then you also fill out a permission form, because anytime you're, dealing with blood, it's all done that way. the profile that goes along with that is a free service and consultation, and it looks into what you eat and drink and what your health concerns are, a little bit about your family history, what you eat and drink, and what your major concerns are, where you're headed for your health. And for the most part, just filling that out gives us a pretty good idea. So I don't look at that until after we look at the blood, and that gives me ability to look at your blood without a preconceived notion, and that way, I'm not looking for something you said or you think. I'm looking for what your body is saying. Anyway, that's the blood test, and that whole thing, the blood test could be done quickly, but in that time, we do the consultation, look at what you eat, and your information that you fill out on your blood test is vastly important. Everything you know about yourself and sometimes things about your family history mean a lot to where your health is headed and where it is at this moment. So we want to look at every bit of that we possibly can. If you've got 9 health fair tests, if you've got doctor's blood tests from Quest or some big lab, bring everything that you have concerning yourself, unless it's, bigger than I can look at. But usually people have some sort of a file or some current blood tests, and those are always helpful. So that's what we're doing. We're going to actually listen to you to see what you think about your health and give you time to tell us. Sometimes people are really quiet and shy, and sometimes they're really open, but hopefully we get all the information we need before it's all over with. And I will tell you, and I think most of you know, I totally enjoy the fellowship with all the people that come in. You're the salt of the earth, and we just appreciate you spending your time to trust us enough to come in. And we have built trust over these 30 years, and we appreciate you so much. There is management at this time, but nothing has changed about the way I do things and the way we do things as a Phillips family there at New Genesis Health Green Herb. The herbs are just the same. We're FDA is making it a little bit more difficult for us right now, and there's some other factors playing in. But so far, we're just hanging in there and asking God for His grace and mercy and help to continue this as a health organization that is concerned about the health of His people, of any people anywhere. I think God loves all the people, no matter who they are or what they've done. He loves them. We're all His creations. So, it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what God knows. But anyway, I want to say that I just don't think anybody else does it that way from the beginning, from when you walk in the door. And we have Dr. Mike, and he has the best acupuncture around, and Patrick, who does a lot with old wound healing in bones, muscles, well, not bones, but attachments, tendons and muscles, and getting rid of inflammation. We have the far infrared booth in the back, too, and a lot of people believe that high red heat is being far infrared light. Helps to kill off viruses, helps to kill candida, helps to get rid of inflammation and that sort of thing. So, but the biggest thing is we're going to actually listen to you. If you've ever wished that your doctor would listen to what you said, I know that I went to the doctor with my husband one time in the last few years, and I probably should just stay out of there because I said something and she whirled on me and said, "This is a 15-minute appointment. I don't have time to talk to you." And so I shut up. But, they were trying to talk to him about cholesterol drugs when his cholesterol is far too low already. And there's just some things that are facts that doctors ought to know. And just because a person's diabetic doesn't mean he needs to take a cholesterol drug to lower it even further if it's too low already, because he's athletic, he's been active and a walker, and his cholesterol has never been too high. So, that was my big mouth speaking up when I should have kept it shut. Anyhow, I don't go with it. All right, we'll be right back for the last little bit of the show. Welcome back to the last little bit of the Healthy Nature Show from the Green Herb and New Genesis Health. We had changed our name some years back because it was just the green herb for years, and then when marijuana came upon the scene, we had to actually add that New Genesis Health part there. I want to mention some products for this pandemic we're in. It is serious, people. There's a lot of people dying from this, and I think if President Trump hadn't done a lot of the measures he's done early on, curtailing traffic from China and all the different things he's taken, he took a lot of heat for that, but he was right. And so it is a lot less than it could have been, but it's still bad enough. One death is too many. But I want to say I would like to, a lot of people are calling me what products to take. And so the Immune One, you may have it in your cabinet called Vir-L One. It's the exact same thing, but the FDA last year made us change the name of that. We don't know why. But the System Boost also builds your immunity and helps you. It's got some antivirals in it. The Nutri CFC, if that's the only one you have. The Vas-Q-Lar Clear even has a lot of immune building herbs in it. And, of course, Goldenseal is antibiotic if you need that. But according to some of the things that I've heard on the news, the quinine product that they're, chloroquinine, whatever, that they're saying helps with this, quinine kills microscopic parasites in the bloodstream. So I'm thinking, since almost all the people I see have parasites in their bloodstream, you should be doing the Para-Tract at this time, plus the Immune One or the System Boost, anything you've got that is going to build your immunity. And remember, if you're taking apple cider vinegar, you're further fermenting your gut bacteria. It's not going to help you because if you've got candida, you're already fermenting. And so you add vinegar or other fermented products. Please don't do kombucha. This is a real bad time to do anything, especially sugar, that curtails or injures or blocks absorption in your bloodstream to help your immune system to stay healthy. So if you've got any questions about that, please call me. You just have to understand that when you've got the candida, I can go into that next week, but the way the candida works is it's there in your bloodstream. It doesn't belong. Your immune system attacks that, and you've only got so many white cells. So as your white cells or your immune cells are attacking the different things that don't belong in your body, if candida is really high, and you can change that by an act of your will. You could come in and do a blood test. You can get the System Boost to kill it. You need to also do a cleanser, detox. System Fresh is on the shelf. It is, a great cleanser. You could do Herbal N-Zyme, System Clear, something to flush the debris and stuff out as you're killing the candida because you don't want it to ferment even more. And like I said, stay away from anything fermented. As this is going on, I just want to mention that is what takes your immune system down many times. A lot of people come in, and I've been seeing this for 30 years. The worse the candida is, usually the worse the immune system is performing. And so this is a really bad time not to have your antiviral immune cells up and running and fighting for you. This is the time now that we want everything to work the best. I've been to the grocery store a few times during this time, and what I've seen there is very concerning. I've seen a lot of people with just many packs of soda pop and candy and donuts and candy bars and all kinds of junk, sugar, cereal. Don't eat that stuff while you're down. Take this time at home to cook. Really cook real food. You guys are the salt of the earth, and I love every one of you. Give us a call, 303-421-9900.